What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Sloan Speed Shop. Today I'm going to go over my car. I went over my son's car in the last video. This is a Black Diamond Club 29 late model. We picked it up probably about a month ago. We got rid of our modified, so 2022 we're going to run the Pro late model class with a 604 crate motor. A little bit about these cars is, compared to a full-blown late model, the class that I'm running, they can't run you gotta run single adjustable, non-adjustable shocks. These are double adjustable shocks. You can't run them in that class, so we're trying to figure out what we want to do for shocks for next year. You got a containment seat. My interior with all the gauges, everything. Brake bias adjuster, you can adjust front to back on your wheels. Tack. I don't know if that's for a brake switch to shut the right front off. The 4-link suspension. Hey, what are you doing? Just kidding. As I said before, I don't care what we got down to height. Bulldog rear end. Pretty cool. Favorite thing about cars, fuel cells. I like the little. It says Black Diamond back here, kind of cool. Like I said earlier, the main thing you gotta do with this car is pull all this system out. So you got guys with super motors that run dry sump systems, where this is like a 13 quart, holds all your oil, filters it through. You got oil coolers, reverse mount, all your pump, everything, lines, but all that stuff's gotta come out. Can't run that. This car, we're hoping to run probably mainly Thunderbird, Winston. Depending on what happens around the area, there's talks that, you know, might be able to go to a few other tracks around here. Definitely going to go out of state. We're going to go down to Illinois and run Fairbury and Farmer City, a couple other tracks. Because they have Fairbury that you race on iRacing. So we have wraps that we're going to do for this car. I think we're going to go similar to what we had last year. Because I didn't really show them modified because it was gone, but last year that was what our wrap looked like. I think we're gonna do pretty much the same concept on this car. I might change the number back, I'm not sure, but that's pretty much what the car's gonna look like. So going a little bit in depth of where I started racing, because I didn't really go over it too far. Started when I was 12, like I said earlier, in Mustang. And then we did that for a few years, and then I bought a Toyota Celica. Little 4-cylinder, ran at 96 when it was the half mile. Then after that we moved to Pro Stocks when I was 15. Did that for I think just a year, maybe 2. Yeah, just a year. This was back when you had to be 16 to do modified. So then we got our very first modified. This was in practice. I never even raced it. I took 3 laps and a grade 8 bolt in the left rear broke in half. Shifted rear end, head on into the wall on the front stretch full tilt going into turn 1. So then we kind of bumped around, did modifieds, different types of modifieds. We did, last time I was in a late model was 2009. This is when they did actually these are the same engines I'm gonna run now. It's a 604. Back still, 996 was a half mile. The track was just too big for these cars, motor-wise, so it didn't last. So I'm hoping this class, they stick with it. And guys, if you're listening, I think it'd be great around here in Michigan for this class to take off. A couple big checks that I had. These are kind of a monumental. This was a great late model when they had 96. This was a Father's Day weekend. And then actually, fast forward till 2020, I won on Father's Day weekend in the modified as well. The $1,000 show, which got us in to go to Boone for the All-Star Invitational we were voted in. That was our first trip ever down to Boone, and of course with COVID and literally when we left from here in Michigan, it rained literally the whole way down, rained the whole time, and it just wasn't a fun trip. I mean, it was a good experience, but don't know if we'd ever go back. But I'm thinking we might go back with the late model because they do have IMCA late models, which is literally what the Pro late models are, a little bit of changes we'd have to do. But the stuff they give away and everything, I mean, the tire demon machine, I'd love to get one of those.
I want to go back.
Yeah, you have fun too. This is the helmet from that wreck that I had in the modified. I bashed my head pretty good. This was pre-Hans, pre all the containment seats that they have now. So, and I was a pretty big kid like I am now. Dad bod. Right? this is the wheel off of that car. And if you look, you're actually supposed to hold the wheel like this. Grab your wheel for me real quick. So if you can see how this is bowed like towards me, it's actually supposed to be like this. So what happened was, I had the wheel on here, and the first thing you're supposed to do is if you get, into a wreck, you're supposed to not like death grip the wheel because you can break your wrist. Well, I held on to it as hard as I could, and it tweaked and landed in my gut, and yeah, it wasn't very fun.
So now you hold it like this.
Well, I still hold it the same way, but if you get in a wreck, because if you're holding as tight as you can, it snap break your wrist. You'll be all right because you don't go fast enough.
I hold mine like this.
So another thing with these cars is there's multiple different tires, different things you can run. We are going to be strictly on one tire, I think, which is nice for next year, so we can go to different tracks. That's why we can go out of state. It's the biggest thing with late models. There's so many different tire compounds and tires that you can run. So we're hoping to get all those details figured out. We put the door plate in yesterday, which is one thing this car didn't have, which I don't know how the guy that had it before got away with it, but we're supposed to have one of these in. So we got this yesterday from CJ Haskett at Outlaw Racing Supply. Hooked us up with that. He is a Black Diamond dealer for chassis, so and you get any Black Diamond parts that you guys need. He has quite a bit on hand there, but you can get them within about a week or two. This is the motor that we're going to run for that car. Like I said, it's a 604 Friesen motor. It's got the IMCA seals on it. It's a little dirty. The sad part is it's only got about 8 nights on it since we bought it new. So we got to clean it. Got down there nose we got to put on this car. It's going to stay, blue decking is going to stay on there, and then obviously, the body that we're going to build later on, it doesn't really matter what color that is because it's all going to get wrapped. We're going to do a full roof wrap. Trying to figure out what we're going to do for that. We're not sure exactly. Last year don't have the roof, but we had a big old Bandit guy on the back, which was similar to this guy's face on top of the whole roof. Shout out to Damon Decals. He designed that wrap, and I want to say it seemed like 2 hours, not even. He did a heck of a job on it. I mean, my car, I get so many compliments on that car. So that's kind of why we want to stick with the same design. We were actually 4th in the nation in his, he does a wrap show kind of thing every end of the year, and everybody that goes through Damon Decals gets voted in to see if they can run a free wrap. We finished 4th. We should have won, but maybe next year, Damon. Go ahead.
Imagine how long it's going to take to wrap this.
This one will actually be easier to wrap.
You can show them the wrap on the back of the car.
Oh,
sure.
Yeah. This is what the wrap looks like on a modified. So that's the difference between like a modified and a late model. Modified has these huge sail panels that you have to wrap. These, I mean, we don't even have to wrap. So it's just the sides and obviously the front. But this thing was a pain in the butt.
They're also
I think it took us like 4 hours. Damon probably could have done it in 20 minutes.
And the front of the modified are different because this side covers up and that side.
Yeah, so, and for sponsor wise, I have, the same as Braden's, we got Audi Unlimited, K&M, Wayland of Michigan, Demon Decals, Napa Auto Parts in Lowell, Michigan, and then Mager Construction. We had Dirt Defender, so should get a shout out to everybody that helps us on our car. And then I'd also like to big thanks to Michigan Farmhouse Pizza. They've been with us for 3 years now. They keep our crew fed, keep us fed. Awesome, amazing pizza there and all kinds of different stuff. If you guys are interested,
And
look them up.
subs.
Subs. They got some really different kind of pizzas that you wouldn't know if they would be good, but they have a crab ragoon pizza that's like
You want to show
awesome.
them? You want to show them the wrap that we had before?
Yeah, I showed them. This was actually the quarter panel. You didn't get to see the quarter panel, but so what you got here is this is our all overlays. So this is like a fluorescent yellow, they call it. This is a fluorescent red. And then you got, I think this is, it's chrome, but I think it's like a certain type of chrome they call it. And then you got this blue right here. This is reflective. So at night, you can act it like, I want to say it almost like glows, I guess I would say. But it's bright as crap.
Reflects?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, reflects. There we go. That's the word I was searching for. Thank you. But all this blue that comes around here, this is all reflective. So at night, it kind of like really pops. depending on if like the camera people usually, I think it's they use a flash is when you actually can see it. Only other options that we are thinking about doing too is once this, gets together, doing some type of, like, not really car show, but we'll take it to our sponsors. This year we took Braden down to the Clarksville, like their little pig roast, I think it's called, or ox roast, sorry. They had a parade that he got to go through, and he loved that, didn't you? Got to meet some people and hang out with our sponsor, Michigan Farmhouse Pizza. So hopefully in the next couple videos we'll get a little bit farther on these cars and actually get some work done. But we got all winter, so we're kind of lazy. If you guys could please like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. I'll leave a link down in the description to follow us on Facebook. We have Twitter and
Not Twitter, Instagram.
Instagram, sorry. But we'll link that in the description as well. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.